Flights at McAllen International Airport on Monday early morning were delayed for several hours as 27-year-old gunman, Louis Mosqueda, ambushed and shot at the United States, U.S. Border Police Patrol agents in Texas, injuring 2 police officers and a Border Patrol employee, the suspect was later shot dead at the entrance of the U.S. Border Patrol Federal Building. This occurred less than 48 hours when, on Saturday, a North Texas police officer was ambushed at a DHS facility and shot in the neck by 8 men in body armor. These incidents happened amid nationwide rise in threats to immigration and custom enforcement, I.C.E. personnel and Border Patrol agents over President Donald Trump Immigrants' deportation policy. Local media reported that the federal agents returned fire at the suspect, identified as Louis Mosqueda, who was armed with a rifle and wearing a utility vest. Mosqueda was killed at the scene, McAllen Police Chief Victor Rodriguez said. U.S. Department of Homeland Security, in a statement on its X social media handle, stated that, "This morning an individual opened fire at the entrance of the United States Border Patrol Sector Annex in McAllen, Texas. Both Border Patrol agents and local police helped neutralize the shooter. 2 officers and a Border Patrol employee were injured, including 1 shot in the knee. All 3 have gone to the hospital. This is an ongoing investigation led by the FBI." While blaming politicians for the continuous attacks on security operatives, the U.S. Homeland Security Department said, "This administration is not playing games with the lives and safety of our I.C.E. officers." I.C.E. law enforcement is facing a 700% increase in assaults against them due to rhetoric from politicians like Mayor Bass. Secretary Noem's message is clear: if you lay a hand on a law enforcement officer, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The suspect never made it inside the building but fired many rounds at the building, Rodriguez said. Mosqueda has a Michigan address and arrived in a car with additional weapons and ammunition inside, the police added. McAllen police responded to the scene shortly before 6 a.m., where the shooter attacked the federal building with an assault rifle at about 5:45 a.m., according to local media and residents. Local media added that Ismael Garcia, a 10-year veteran with the McAllen police who responded to the scene, was struck in the knee during the shootout and is in recovery, quoting Chief Rodriguez, who said it during a news conference. 3 officers sustained gunshot injuries from inside the building as bullets shattered the windows, sending shards of glass flying, according to local media. "Incidents like these make us realize that we've to always be on guard to keep our community safe," Rodriguez said, adding that the officers and a Border Patrol employee who were injured, including the officer who was shot in the knee, are expected to recover. It was gathered that law enforcement officers at the scene found additional assault weapons and ammunition in the vehicle, and spray-painted writing was found on the side of the vehicle. Police is yet to provide further details of the lettering and stated that it's unknown if it's connected to the attack. Mosqueda is believed to have some ties to the community, as he was reported missing from a Weslaco address, approximately 18 miles east of McAllen, at 4 a.m. However, Rodriguez could not disclose the nature of those ties. Rodriguez said a motive for the attack remains unknown and declined to call the attack an act of terrorism, saying not enough information is available. However, the FBI will now lead the investigation as the incident involved an attack on federal offices and a federal building. Flights at the nearby McAllen International Airport were delayed for several hours as law enforcement secured the area. U.S. President Donald Trump, a Republican, has made combating illegal immigration a top priority, sending troops to secure the U.S.-Mexico border and launching aggressive raids in U.S. cities, which led to widespread protests by Americans against the White House policy. The anti-illegal immigrant policy supported by Trump's hardline Republican base have also led to pushback from Americans concerned about arrests of non-criminals and enforcement tactics that include officers wearing masks to hide their identities. Images from the scene showed Cordis Die, a Latin phrase meaning hard day, written on the driver's door of the white, 2-door car. Cordis Die is also a fictional populist revolutionary movement in the Call of Duty Black Operations 2, video game, according to fan websites as reported by Reuters. Reuters also reported that Mosqueda's father was stopped for a traffic infraction at 3:48 a.m. in Weslaco and told police he was searching for his son, according to a report by local Telemundo station T40, citing Weslaco police. Adding, Mosqueda's father, Jose Mosqueda, told an officer his son had a mental deficiency, had not taken any medication and was carrying firearms in his vehicle, according to the T40 report. Police identified the license plate of Ryan Mosqueda's vehicle and alerted authorities, the report said. Weslaco police did not respond to a request for comment and it was not immediately possible to contact Jose Mosqueda. The facility where the shooting took place houses Border Patrol's Special Operations teams, according to a former U.S. Customs and Border Protection official. Flights at the nearby McAllen International Airport were delayed for several hours on Monday as law enforcement secured the area. It would be recalled that several suspects were taken into custody after a police officer was injured in a shooting at an Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention facility in Alvarado, Texas, in the late night hours of 4th of July, 2025. Local media reported that just before 11 p.m., the Alvarado Police Department said it was called to the 1200 block of Sunflower Lane, outside the I.C.E. Prairieland detention facility, on a report of a suspicious person. When officers arrived, they saw a person who appeared to be carrying a firearm, according to a news release. Alvarado police said that when one of the first responding officers tried to engage with the person, an unknown number of suspects opened fire. At least one bullet struck an officer in the neck, police said. The injured officer was flown from the scene to a Fort Worth hospital, was treated and later released, Alvarado police said. According to Alvarado police, several armed suspects were taken into custody after trying to flee the scene.
Osazuwa Connect, bringing you the news in a more digital way.